Well, there were a total of 8 trades at the trade deadline on Tuesday. There were a total of 12 trades leading up through the trade deadline. Washington really surprised me. The Redskins traded away both their defensive ends, both fairly high draft picks. Marquez Sweet went to the Chicago Bears for a second-round pick, and that's going to be a high choice because the Bears are bad. And then in a stunner, they traded Chase Young. He went to the 49ers, but all they got for him was the third-round pick. Now, he's really struggled coming back from knee surgery, though he's playing better. Both those guys are on the final year of contracts, so, it's Chicago and San Francisco are going to have to lay out some big money to re-sign them. But in essence, Ron Rivera's franchise just kind of waved the white flag. I mean, one of their fortes was a really good defensive line. Now, 2 of their 4 starters are gone. And, of course, leading into the trade deadline day was the huge deal the Seattle Seahawks made with the New York Giants. They got Leonard Williams, and he is big. He is a stud. He's a Pro Bowler. They had to pay a steep price to the Giants to get Leonard Williams, a second and a 5. And Arizona, which lost its quarterback Kirk Cousins with a ruptured Achilles tendon, they were shopping to try to find another quarterback. But at the midway point of the season, you need a quarterback who's playing, who's been in the system and is in game shape. If you go get somebody off the street who's a veteran free agent,
Kaepernick,
well, anybody who's unemployed, it'll take you 3 to 4 weeks to get them in game condition. So your season's gone. So Arizona trades for Josh Dobbs, the journeyman backup quarterback who had just gotten benched by the Arizona Cardinals. So the loss of Kirk Cousins is devastating for Kevin O'Connell there. So 8 trades, total of 12 total leading up and through the trade deadline. Your reaction to Washington kind of waving the white flag?
Well, it might not be a bad move on them because they just need to stockpile draft picks.
Sure.
They're not going to win this year. They'd be lucky to make the playoffs this year. So you may as well just kind of, what did they do? It was like they called it in baseball and basketball. What was it? Like a dumping a season or
fire sale?
Yeah. So maybe they're doing that. I don't know. But did the Chargers or Rams make any big deals here? The Chargers don't usually trade.
No, Tom Telesco does not have a history of doing anything at the trade deadline. The Rams historically have always made a lot of trades, and they traded draft picks away. They got their Super Bowl team. Team got old. Team had a lot of high contracts. They traded some of those guys away. So the Rams have stockpiled a bunch of draft picks, and they won't say it, but they are. They're in rebuilding, and now their quarterback is hurt too. Okay, we go from there